Smash and grab. Mango Park Art Gallery, early this morning. Whoever hit that place knew exactly what they were looking for.
I'm on it. Look, you're not under arrest yet.
Oh, call my boss,
But until I know what you're hauling, I'm not letting you drive away with it. Dispatch Ortega here. I got one in custody.
I'm told to drop stuff off, and you asked too many questions.
Who made the request for the deliveries?
Emily Brockton, she's the gallery manager.
$6 million in stolen art. If something's off, we're gonna find it.
Well, I hope you do.
Good morning, Captain.
Good morning, Officer Ortega. Have a seat, please.
Thank you, sir. Call me in early.
Did. How's everything at home?
Good. Good. Everyone's good now.
That's great. Well, look, here's the deal. Smash and grab. Mango Park Art Gallery, early this morning. Two masked guys, they were in and out. 5 minutes or left, they left the security guard with a mild concussion, and they made off with about half a dozen paintings. Now, here's the thing. There are no prints, no cameras. These guys knew all the blind spots.
What about the alarms?
Well, they disabled it remotely. Somebody had inside access. But here's where things get interesting. Apparently, patrol heard some chatter over near Pelican Point. About something about a warehouse near the docks where they possibly dumped stolen merch. No unmarked, there's what? Unmarked trucks, late night movement. That is where you're going.
You think it's that same crew?
You know what? I don't know, but you know, that gallery, that's not some simple mom and pop operation. They have high-end art pieces over there, and their clients are the quiet, private type, you know? So the way I see it, whoever hit that place knew exactly what they were looking for.
I'm on it.
Okay. You be safe.
Can you turn off the car, please?
What's this about, officer?
I need to see some ID.
Yes, sir.
That warehouse you just came out of is under investigation.
My bad, officer.
Mind stepping out of the vehicle?
For what?
Mind stepping out of the vehicle, please? What's in the packages?
I don't know. I picked them up. I don't go through them. I don't look at them. I'm just a driver.
Okay, don't move.
I won't.
All right, Mr. Medina, you're coming with me.
What? Nah,
your hands right
nah, bro. Come on, man.
Yes.
Come on, man, please.
Look, you're not under arrest yet.
Bro, call my boss,
But until I
please.
know what you're hauling, I'm not letting you drive away with it.
Bro, call my boss. Call anybody, please, man. I'm just a driver. Please, sir.
Let's go.
Come
Don't
on,
worry,
man.
you're not under arrest yet, man. Everything's fine.
I don't care, bro. I didn't
Hey,
do
just
this,
gotta make
man.
sure everything checks out, all right? Come on. Everything's good, man. Here, come on, let's go.
Call my boss, man. Call anybody, please, bro.
1 second. Dispatch Ortega here. I got one in custody. I need a tow truck on the corner of Coral Ave and 7th Street.
Bro, officer, man. I swear I was just doing my job.
So am I. Look, sit tight, Billy. If you're as innocent as you say, then everything's gonna be just fine.
All right.
All right, let's go over this again. You get the call this morning. Who made the request for the pickup order?
It came through dispatch. The order just said Mango Park Gallery. I pick up the crates from the back entrance. Someone leaves them there by the loading dock. No signature, no contact, just a time and a location.
You didn't think that was suspicious?
Man, I've been doing deliveries for 8 months. Half the time, nobody signs for anything anymore. And nobody's got any names on there. I'm told to drop stuff off, and you ask too many questions. Yeah, te botan. You get fired.
All right, well, let me ask you this. How did you know that it was expensive art in those crates?
I didn't know. Crates look the same, as usual. I mean, heavy, sure, but nothing strange. You know, and the place always has weird stuff coming in and out.
You've delivered there before?
Yeah, twice last week. Same deal. Late night, no one meets you. Just leave the stuff by the entrance.
Well, who made the request for the deliveries?
Emily Brockton. She's the gallery manager. I was in her manifest this time.
Okay. Well, look, you've been very cooperative, Billy. So we're gonna verify some of the things you just told us, and after that, you're free to go. Okay?
Thank you, officer. Again, I'm just a driver. I'm not trying to get into trouble. I just pick up the things and I drive. That's it.
I understand.
Thank you. Think the gallery manager had anything to do with it?
I don't know. We're gonna have to call her in. Thank you so much for coming down, Miss Brockton.
I wasn't aware that I had a choice.
Well, we're just trying to understand how 3 stolen art pieces ended up in the delivery van with your name on the pickup slip.
Then I suggest you speak with my logistics manager. I don't handle shipments personally. My name may be on the form, but I don't authorize anything out of the ordinary.
Your name has been on every order the past 2 weeks.
Well, I am the manager of this establishment, officer.
Indeed.
That's our system. Every outbound document has my name on it. It's a formality.
Even on after-hour shipments with no sign-offs?
That I don't know about, and I would be very concerned if someone was using my name improperly.
Miss Brockton, $6 million in stolen art occurred last night. $6 million, okay? Somebody went through a lot of effort to move that stuff without being seen. Now, if that somebody used your name, we need to find out who and why.
I've been running this gallery for over 8 years. I would never do anything to jeopardize the reputation of this gallery for some side hustle. Look, whoever did this clearly knows how to cover their tracks and seems to know about our internal process.
You say you don't handle shipments personally. But we have a courier that we interviewed that said he's seen you at the back docks twice last week.
That's not unusual. I'm usually there to receive new shipments, especially if they're on loan. You can ask my staff.
Oh, we intend to. As a matter of fact, I'm also going to conduct an audit on all the shipments that come into your gallery over the past 6 months. And if something's off, we're going to find it.
Well, I hope you do.
Either you're involved with this, or someone's trying really hard to make you look guilty?
I assure you, officer, it is the latter. So am I free to go?
Oh. Hey, Miss Brockton, how you doing?
So what happened with the cops?
Nothing. They said I was free to go. I didn't do anything.
No, you didn't, which is why you're gonna keep your mouth shut.
What?
You don't know what you saw, you don't know who you saw. You don't answer any follow-up calls, you don't mention manifests, deliveries, or names. You got me?
Look, Miss Brockton, I don't know what's going on here. I told them everything I know. I'm just trying to keep my job here.
Good. If you want to keep your job, keep it that way.
See no evil here, no evil.
Good. I get out of here.
Miss Brockton, what about today's delivery?
Ortega, take a look at this. Look at this. Now this is supposedly the same thing, right? Mm-hmm. Except it's not identical. This here is from the catalog that we looked at from last year. And this one right here, this is from 3 weeks ago, okay? This is the one that went to restoration.
You think she's been swapping them?
I think she's been swapping all of them.
So she's been getting fakes made and then selling off the originals on her own?
Let me tell you what I think she's doing. Okay, so let's say that she gets a restoration. She arranges for a restoration or some private showing to a buyer, right? She takes the original, sells that to some buyer offshore. No paper trail. She has a replica made of that. It comes back to the gallery and no one's the wiser.
What about the heist?
It wasn't about the heist. She could care less about that. The heist was used to cover up her tracks, to cover up the evidence, and then to make herself look like the victim.
How long do you think she's been doing this?
I don't know. Maybe 2, 3 years, maybe longer. Long enough for her to make millions off the highest bidder.
What about the driver, Billy?
Billy? Collateral damage. That woman didn't care who was doing the driving, as long as the crates were delivered clean.
All right, boss, what's the moves?
We're gonna bring her in again for another interview, except this time we're gonna have hard evidence. I need you to get in contact with the crime lab. I want forensics on every piece, every shipment that woman has touched over the past 6 months.
I'm on it, sir.
All right. This isn't about one shipment anymore. We've confirmed that there are 3 replicas hanging over there in Kingswell. The originals have been sold to buyers overseas. You've been running a long con, Miss Brockton.
You're mistaken. These works were restored under official contracts. Any discrepancies are the result of legitimate conservation efforts. You know how fragile oil can be.
We have trails that lead to offshore kills. We have offshore transactions that coincide directly with your restoration dates. And we have a courier who claims to have seen you when you said yourself that you don't handle these shipments personally.
He's a driver. Like you said, he knows nothing.
Exactly. Which is why I found it interesting that you tried to silence him.
Look, you sold that original Monet for $2.3 million last March. And you told the board that it was on loan for a private exhibit. The piece never came back.
You know what? I'm wondering, how many buyers out there think they're looking at a masterpiece when it's nothing more than a replica?
If I did do this, and I'm not saying that I did, do you know how much it costs to keep a gallery afloat? I mean, patrons, they come in for the prestige, they come in for the illusion. They don't care if what they're looking at is the real thing. They care if it feels real.
Yeah? What about the buyers, huh? They care if it's the real thing. They care so much that they donated millions of dollars to you and your side hustle. Lady, that's not gallery survival. This is about your greed.
I think I'm done talking.
Emily, this is your last chance to cooperate.
We can talk deals, but if you clam up, the DA will throw the book at you.
I want a lawyer.
Fine. Suit yourself. Oh, let me ask you a question. How does it feel being painted into a corner? Miss Brockton, the court has reviewed your evidence on your operation, a scheme built on lies, deception, and exploitation of public trust. You didn't just steal artwork. You stole faith from the institutions that believed in you, from the artists whose legacies you counterfeited from the public who believed you were standing in the presence of something true. And the worst part of it, you made millions in the process. Before I sentence you, the court will allow you to speak. Is there anything that you would like to say, ma'am?
Yes. Isn't it illegal for the arresting officer to act as the judge?
Well, ma'am, if you read your documentation and your arrest form, I am not the arresting officer. Officer Ortega is. So, with that being said, here's your sentence. For charges including grand larceny in the first degree, criminal possession of stolen property, and conspiracy to defraud, this court sentences you to 12 years in state prison with no possibility of parole for the first 7. You are hereby remanded. Officer Ortega, take this young lady into custody. Court is adjourned.